Hello, I'm standing next to a 3-year-old Mercedes C63 AMG. Now firstly, I'd like to apologise for any of those who have suffered bad audio quality in my previous videos. 1 minute it was okay, the next it turned into a badly edited Michael Bay film. So, to make sure it doesn't happen again, I've employed a sound man. Anyway, let me explain to you where I am and what we're doing. The Yorkshire Dales, home to one of the best driving roads in the north, a perfect place to experience a front-engine, rear-wheel drive German muscle car. And this is the most childish and outlandish of them all, and one which has built quite a big cult following, and also a car that's put itself onto the real AMG world map. In 2007, Mercedes thought it would be a good idea to slot in a 6.2 litre V8 to their smallest saloon car. This would then rival the BMW M3, but it wasn't quite as sharp as the Beamer. However, it was so leery and so very muscle car-like, it brought a charm and appeal to the masses. So much in fact, it became Mercedes' best-selling AMG. And this is the second generation C63. You can either get these in a saloon or an estate or even a convertible, but this one in particular is the coupe because it's the sharpest of the bunch. But let's be honest, if you were to take this on a track day, you'd be kicked off for drifting, or you'd be banned because of the sheer noise this thing makes. Listen to that. It's just so antisocial. I don't think you could be within a 100-mile radius of a funeral. And if you do end up going past a funeral, avoid eye contact. And things don't get any better when you actually want to use it as a normal Mercedes. The tyre roar on long journeys is deafening. These sports Recaro bucket seats, though looks fantastic, can give you a bit of a sore bum, especially after a 300-mile trip, in which case you definitely need to get out. And when you want to start your journey, you'll be wasting your time with this silly infotainment screen. For example, I can't pair my phone to it. Well, I can pair it for the telephone, however, for music streaming, it seems to not work at all. Plus, the navigation is also in a mind of its own, but then what new car does that? Another thing as well too is, if you want to scroll through the menu settings, the palm of your hand also touches the other rotary dial, which then ends up moving the other menu to where you was. So say for instance I was changing the radio, if I hit the touchscreen, I then end up on the navigation screen. A bit frustrating. Now you'd expect for a top-of-the-line C-Class to have the fit and finish of a well-made Swiss watch, but actually feel around and it won't feel much different to a VW Polo. I mean, it's nice to look at, but for example, this centre console, plastic, you touch that, that's plastic. It's not the premium quality for the top-of-the-line C-Class. But if you ignore these small issues and just go out for a proper drive, this C63 is an absolute riot. Right then. As you can see, it still hasn't lost its AMG party piece. And this engine, this 4-litre twin-turbo V8, well, it's just angry. It snarls at low revs, then at the mid-range it coughs like it's got an angry chesty cough. And right at the high RPMs, you've got so much throat. But more importantly, this car excites you. And I don't mean it from how the rear end constantly wants to step out all the time, but it's that V8 combined with its leery chassis and its good sense of vibe. It's just a silly car, it's a clown car. And that makes the C63 so special. And all it ever wants you to do is drive it further and further. We live in a world now where cars are getting faster and faster, to the point where you are worried about exploiting it on the public roads. But with the C63, however, you won't be worried about going fast at all. No. What you will be getting is never-ending tyre and fuel bills in this thing. But I don't care. I don't care the fact that it's got a rubbish infotainment screen, or the fact that the seats are uncomfortable, or the fact that this car is a little bit over the top. What this does best is bring terror in one big lump, no matter what speed you're driving. And the rewards you get from the grinning smile is the reason why AMG do what they do.